Their first project together was Swing Shift. That's where they met, fell in love, and eventually started a life that led to a baby of their own. Goldie Hawn had a smile bright enough to light up a whole street. America knew her as a sweetheart, an Oscar winner, and the queen of feel-good comedy. She made people laugh effortlessly, but behind all that sunshine, she was a woman searching for something deeper, something real, something she could hold on to. She survived 2 broken marriages, faced heartbreak with strength, and still moved through life with the same glowing spark in her eyes. Now, at 79, Goldie is opening up in a way no one expected about the one man she says truly understood her, the only one who made her feel something she could never forget. And it's not who the world assumed. Goldie Hawn was born to shine in Washington, D.C. Her mother, Laura, owned both a jewelry shop and a dance school, while her father, Edward Hawn, was a musician and conductor with German and English roots, even descended from Edward Rutledge, the youngest man to sign the Declaration of Independence. Her mother's side brought Hungarian Jewish heritage, giving Goldie a rich cultural background from the start. She and her sister, Patty, grew up in a Jewish household in Tacoma Park, Maryland. What they didn't know until much later was that they once had a baby brother, Edward Jr., who passed away before Patty was born. Goldie stepped onto the stage early. She began dancing at age 3, taking ballet and tap lessons, and showing a natural flair for performing. By 10, she was dancing the Nutcracker with the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo. By 1964, she had performed in Romeo and Juliet and was running her own ballet school. She left college, where she was studying drama, to chase her dreams directly. She worked as a dancer at the Texas Pavilion of the New York World's Fair, and later performed as a go-go dancer in clubs across New York and New Jersey. Hollywood wasn't going to ignore someone like her for long. Her big break came in 1968, when she joined Rowan and Martin's Laugh. Her giggles, quirky charm, and unforgettable smile made her a breakout star. That same year, she took a small role in the one and only, Genuine, original family band. But everything changed in 1969 with Cactus Flower. Her performance won her an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress, proving she was far more than just funny. She followed it with hit after hit: Butterflies Are Free, Shampoo, Foul Play, Private Benjamin, which earned her another Oscar nomination, Overboard, Death Becomes Her, The First Wives Club, and eventually, The Christmas Chronicles. Generation after generation fell in love with her, but while her career sparkled, her personal life carried storms the public never saw. Before fame, she dated a few men, including actor Mark Goddard and singer Spiro Uris, but her first deep love was Gus Triconis, a dancer and actor famous for West Side Story. They met performing and married in Hawaii in 1969. Goldie once said she knew she wanted to marry him the moment they met, but as her fame skyrocketed, their paths diverged. Gus struggled to find steady work, while Goldie became a rising Hollywood star, and the distance between them quietly grew. They separated in 1973, and Goldie filed for divorce in late 1975. By then, she was already engaged to someone else. The divorce became official in 1976. Just weeks later, she married Bill Hudson of the Hudson Brothers. They met by chance in first class on a fleet, a glamorous twist of fate. Their connection was instant, passionate, and full of hope. They married in July 1976 and had 2 children, Oliver and Kate, who later became beloved actors themselves. But the marriage didn't last. Bill filed for divorce in 1980. Years later, he admitted he had doubts from day one. After the wedding ceremony, Goldie whispered to him, "Are you sure we did the right thing?" That question haunted him. Bill believed he wanted a settled family life, while Goldie wanted freedom and didn't want the traditional structure he imagined. Their split turned messy. Bill said he felt shut out of his children's lives, watching from a painful distance. Goldie's ex-husbands later spoke openly about their perspectives. Gus felt Goldie changed after fame, her new circle, her energy, everything felt foreign to him. Bill claimed Goldie maintained a squeaky clean public image while being manipulative behind the scenes. He said he never agreed to any open marriage arrangement and insisted that the idea was her invention. But most of all, he was devastated by the loss of connection with his children. Despite all the bitterness thrown her way, Goldie kept moving forward. She focused on raising her kids, building her foundation, and eventually opening her heart to someone who transformed her life forever. Goldie and Kurt Russell first crossed paths in 1966 on the set of the one and only, Genuine, original family band. Goldie was 21. Kurt was 16. She later said she thought he was adorable. But neither of them believed in dating actors, so nothing happened. Neither imagined that 17 years later, that small moment would change everything. When they reunited in 1983 for Kurt's Swing Shift audition, everything clicked. Kurt was tired, hungover, and nervous, and the first thing he blurted out when she walked in was, "Man, you've got a great figure." It could have ruined everything, but Goldie laughed and thanked him. That broke the ice instantly. That first date was wild. They started at the Playboy Club, dancing to swing music, then visited a house Goldie had just bought but didn't have keys for yet. They had to break in, completely unaware that their romantic moment would trigger a police visit. They escaped awkwardly and ended their night in a hotel. That chaotic adventure became the beginning of one of Hollywood's longest-running love stories. When filming Swing Shift began, their chemistry deepened. Goldie said Kurt's honesty struck her immediately. He wasn't a womanizer, he wasn't fake, and he didn't put on an act. But what truly won her heart was how he treated her children. She watched him interact with Oliver and Kate, and she saw a natural fatherly warmth. She said that's when she knew he was different. In 1986, they welcomed their son, Wyatt. The blended family included Oliver, Kate, and Kurt's son, Boston. They never felt the need to marry. Goldie later said love grows without paperwork, and Kurt agreed. They became a beloved on-screen duo with films like Overboard, and fans adored their real-life chemistry. Their relationship, though unconventional, was filled with genuine warmth and humor. At the Oscars in 1989, they joked about not being married, and the audience loved it. Years passed with major moments, premieres, family milestones, and eventually grandchildren. Kate Hudson became the first to make them grandparents in 2004, and soon there were 7 grandkids filling their lives with joy. Through every decade, Goldie and Kurt supported each other. From red carpets to surprise birthday celebrations to building homes together, their bond only grew. In 2017, they received stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame side by side. During his speech, Kurt looked at her and said, "To you, I owe my wonderful life." Goldie later admitted she didn't expect him to be that emotional. In interviews, they explained their secret, choosing each other every single day. Goldie said marriage wasn't necessary. What mattered was the will to stay together. Kurt said they never cared what outsiders thought. In 2023, Goldie revealed they avoided marriage, partly because of how painful divorce can be. She said she liked waking up every day and choosing the relationship consciously. But life wasn't without danger. In 2023, Goldie described 2 terrifying break-ins at their Los Angeles home. Burglars smashed into their bedroom and broke into her safe. Months later, someone tried again while she was home alone. The incidents shook her deeply. After that, they brought in guards and eventually moved to Palm Desert for a quieter, safer life. Meanwhile, their family stayed close. Kate once said she was almost codependent on Goldie because of how tightly knit the family was. In 2024 and 2025, Goldie spoke more openly about what made Kurt the one. She said she realized early on that he shared her devotion to family. They also talked openly about attraction, monogamy, and the realities of a long relationship. Goldie said what mattered was handling feelings with honesty. Their love, she said, had elasticity it could stretch without breaking. By 2025, Goldie and Kurt had been together for 41 years. At the 2025 Oscars, they arrived hand in hand. Still looking at each other the way they did decades earlier, Goldie glowed in a yellow gown. Kurt stood proudly beside her, and their connection felt as strong as ever. After every heartbreak, blended families, break-ins, new homes, grandchildren, and decades in the spotlight, their relationship remained rooted in one simple truth. They chose each other, again and again, without needing a wedding to prove it.